Hello, welcome to another TenderCom video. Today we will be discussing CIPC Beneficial Ownership Declaration. At TenderCom, we can gladly assist you with filing for beneficial ownership. But what exactly is beneficial ownership? Beneficial ownership pertains to the ultimate beneficiaries of a company, focusing on identifying the individuals who own and control a business. It is important to emphasize that, in many cases, the individuals holding shares are not necessarily the ones who exercise control over the company. Furthermore, there are instances where companies have specific arrangements in which a party, despite holding a majority of shares, does not have decision-making control. A common misconception in South Africa, which warrants clarification, is the belief that directors of a business are its owners, or that they wield control behind the scenes, which is not always the case. The concept of beneficial ownership was introduced following the publication of the Amendment to the General Laws Amendment Act 2022, as well as the Companies Act 71 of 2008, which came into effect on April 1st, 2023. These legislative amendments require companies to maintain a register of their beneficial owners and to submit this information regularly to the Companies and Intellectual Property Commission. One of the objectives of the Beneficial Ownership Declaration is to combat money laundering, terrorist financing, financial crimes and reputational damage. The Beneficial Ownership Submission requirement to CIPC is also aimed at addressing shortcomings highlighted by the Financial Action Task Force in its evaluation of South Africa, particularly regarding transparency in ownership structures to combat financial crimes effectively. This is critical for South Africa to avoid being placed on the FATF grey list, as grey listing reduces direct foreign investment into the country. Who is required to file beneficial ownership? The following entities are required to file beneficial ownership: profit companies, non-profit companies, state-owned entities, external companies and close corporations. Public listed companies are not required to file for beneficial ownership, provided this information is kept and readily available at the stock exchange. All newly registered companies in South Africa are mandated to file BO information and securities registers within 10 business days after the date of registration of the company. Also, the BO information must be submitted again within 10 working days every time there is any change of ownership or change of control. What are the consequences for not filing beneficial ownership? Non-compliance with the requirements for maintaining and filing a beneficial ownership is considered an offence under the Companies Act. In such cases, a compliance notice may be issued and an administrative penalty can be imposed. What is needed to file for beneficial ownership? To file BO information, you would need the following: a register of the beneficial owners, register of shareholders, mandate to lodge beneficial ownership, certified IDs or passport copies of beneficial owners. Beneficial ownership is worth differentiating between an affected company and a non-affected company. An affected company is any regulated company, which includes the following: all public companies, including those listed on a stock exchange, state-owned companies, private companies subject to the takeover regulations that have experienced a transfer of more than 10% of their securities due to an amalgamation or merger within the last 24 months, any subsidiary of an affected company. A non-affected company is any company that does not fall under the definition of an affected company. Remember that at TenderCom, we can help you file for beneficial ownership, non-profit company registration, private company registration and more. You can also check out the Tender Guidebook for South Africa on our website. This guidebook contains a masterclass guide on every topic and terminology in tenders with examples of completed tender documents. Visit our website and contact us for any queries.